Hi guys, if you're new here, my name is Sam and I make videos about makeup, chronic illness, whenever I want. And today, I want to roast a new makeup. If you're new here, I'm on a no-buy, but also makeup has just gotten kind of boring and repetitive. I realize you can only be so innovative, but with the way they pump out makeup, it's becoming repetitive quicker than it probably would have been. So I have mostly unfollowed or muted all makeup release stuff because I thought it'd be fun to sort of give like first impressions of these products and like what the hell I think of it and talk you out of it. I'm not even going to bother with Trend Mood because it seems to be behind everyone else. So I'm gonna start with Point Click Vibes. I don't know how far back I want to go. There's so much crap, I don't know how far back I can go. Let's start at the beginning of the year. So the first post, I'm just gonna pick things that I would be interested in because there's just some stuff that I don't care about. So it would be easy to talk myself or you out of it just because I don't care. Let's start with this Lethal Dexter collab. I actually had to talk myself out of this because I was positive, I even put it in my no-buy video, I was positive I was going to buy this. But when I really thought about it, I realized these colors are in both of my Ghost Face palettes from Glamlight, so it would be very repetitive. And what I really wanted out of this collection was just the packaging. And I don't need this. I'm on a low buy. But two, really looking at the packaging is so cool, but the eyeshadows, while they're pretty, they're just fine. And the lip products, fine. The brushes are probably the thing I like the most and would get the most use out of, but I also don't need brushes. So to talk you out of it, first question, how often would you wear red eyeshadow? Because I'm sure if you've been around my channel for a while, you know I don't wear them that frequently, mostly around Valentine's Day. Two, if you have red eyeshadows, look and see how similar these are to the ones you have. Because I was actually surprised at how many things I have in my collection that are similar to these shades, even if they're not all in the same palette. So this was at first, difficult pass, but then once I really thought about it, quite easy to pass on this. The next is the Blend Bunny Plastic Palette. I like this a lot. It's very cute. Much like the red, I don't wear pinks that frequently. I actually love pink eyeshadow, but I don't know why I don't wear it very much. I'm not sure what that is about. This is basically a nude palette with a twist, which while it's pretty, I'm sure you have it. You either don't wear pinks or you already have the shades of pinks that are in here. And while I love Blend Bunny, I'm wearing Blend Bunny on my eyes right now, it is just something that is not necessary. Now this is actually quite cool. It's the Wet n Wild Chameleon Chrome collection. So I've been seeing chrome things come out for probably the last year and a half from indie brands, and it is really neat, and I think that it's a fun product if you like experimental makeup. And I like that this is at a drugstore price point. But something you're going to hear me say a lot throughout this video is, how often are you going to use it? Like, I believe the eyeshadows would be the most used. Are these there's lip foils. So maybe the lip foils would be the second most used, but the average person likes basic makeup, which is no shade. But that means you don't need to buy stuff like this because you're going to use it a couple of times a year. I am kind of in the minority with how I do my makeup, but I'm not going into an office or a specific kind of job where this would be considered bizarre. But when I swatch through the photos, they're honestly not that interesting. Like, the highlighters are just, once they're on the cheek, they're not really giving anything more than a regular highlighter, actually. Like, I'm not seeing like the fun colors like when I use my Glamlight ones, which I forgot highlighter today. The lip foils are honestly kind of reminding me of like gross 90s lip gloss. And the eyeliners are fine. There's an eyeshadow foil in a pot, which is a direct ripoff of those multi-chrome flakes from Danessa Myricks, except these look worse. So yeah, I actually take this back. I thought it was cool that this stuff is available at a drugstore price point, but actually it just looks really bad once you get down to it. It's just good marketing. So even more reason not to buy it. I thought these were Tower 28 blushes. These are Urban Decay, and I think they're powder. Yes, they're powder blush shade. I would bet money you have these colors in at least one formula, if not more. I have literally all of these colors in different formulas. You don't need these. And while Urban Decay has been putting out some nice quality products, they're not super interesting. And this literally is just a powder version of the Tower 28 blushes. So much so that I thought it was Tower 28. Again, we don't need to keep buying copies of copies. I'm not going to say dupes because I have to make a whole video about my feelings on dupes. This next one is one for myself, and it's the Ariana Grande REM Cherry Eclipse fragrance. I didn't know REM was doing fragrance. I know like Ariana Grande does, so I thought it would just kind of fall under her, or is it like, I don't know. So the notes are Cherry Jubilee, Sugared Honeysuckle, Jasmine Absolute, Marshmallow Meringue, Amber, and Warm Musk. I don't know how I feel about this. Like, what a Marshmallow Meringue and Cherry Jubilee together sound nice. But then you start adding amber and florals, and you probably already have a cherry perfume because those were really popular last year. And I think we all have an Ariana Grande perfume that we like, and then we don't like the rest of them very much. So you can just ignore this. I thought this was Morphe. This is the Aspen Ovard palette by Tarte. You absolutely have this already. Packaging is cute. These are the most boring shadows I've ever seen. And like I said, it looks exactly like a Morphe palette. How much is this? $45. No. Tarte quality is fine, but if you like Tarte eyeshadow, this is probably in one of the Tartelette palettes that you have. I don't understand the marketing behind this, like the Kayali body spray. So in the actual Kayali ad, it talks about like people who want to wear a lot of fragrance and like just drenching yourself in fragrance. So these are $45 body sprays. It's not like they're much cheaper than the perfume. Also, you just shouldn't be promoting like drenching yourself in fragrance. I don't get it. I know we're in a body spray timeline era, whatever you want to call it, but they don't last as long as perfumes. So I guess if you don't want anything that's long lasting, a body spray is appealing. But when did body sprays become $40 and not like $10? I don't understand that. Do not waste your money on this. It's just goofy. This I'm interested in, and it may, I don't know how I feel about it because I don't contour too frequently. So this is the Rare Beauty Soft Pinch Contour. It's actually cool toned like a contour should be, and brands seem to think bronzer and contour are the same thing, which they are not. I like the idea of this, and I thought, oh, if I finish my contour stick, maybe I would try this. But I don't actually contour that frequently, and liquid products go faster than cream products, which expire faster than powder products. No. Think about that. Like, how often do you actually contour to make a product worth it? And think about a liquid product. At best, you're probably going to get a year or so out of it. Are you going to contour enough to use this? Like, because the Rare Beauty stuff is large and it takes forever to use. You're probably not contouring that much. I realize there are plenty of people that still contour, but that was kind of a trend. This one I'm not interested in, but I just kind of want to talk about it. We have another NYX Fat Oil. This is the Fat Oil Chills. I don't know what that means. It just says lip cooling. So I assume it has like mint in it. This is stupid. Just stupid, frankly. You probably have 101 lip oils. I only have 1.5. And my favorite is this Clarins one. Like, the formula is amazing. But we don't need 100 lip oils. They're not honestly that different than a lip gloss. I mean, they're a little more hydrating, but like not enough to need more than one. And if you have a lip balm, you don't need a lip oil. Don't argue with me. Now this is actually on my list for Halloween project. Pat McGrath launched this new mask for glass skin. When she did glass skin, it was products in an airbrush machine that makeup artists applied, but everyone was so obsessed with it, she made it into a product, and I think this looks so cool. I have no purpose for it other than a Halloween costume, which I might actually do. I haven't decided. I put it on my wish list to consider towards the end of the year. I usually do my costume shopping at the end of August, beginning of September, depending on shipping time and how long it takes me to assemble a costume. This wouldn't take that long. So, nobody else needs this. Unless you're doing a photo shoot, you're doing some kind of costume, whatever. This is not necessary. Even if you think it's cool, you do not need this. This, I have no desire. I'm not interested in this brand anymore. So this is Nomad Cosmetics, which is a pre-ski palette, or I don't know how to say the other word. I can't pronounce things. First of all, Nomad is releasing like a palette a month at this point. I have only tried one Nomad palette, which was Haunted Europe, and I was very excited about it because I loved the color story. The quality was terrible. I tried so many times to love it. It was just garbage. And even when I look at the swatches where people are clearly trying to like build it up so you can see the color, the quality does not look good. The shimmers are mid at best, and I'm going to say it. I'm just going to be honest. I feel like the people that hype this brand up just like being able to try a new product, and there's nothing wrong with wanting to try a new product, but don't lie. Don't lie and say it's good when it's just fine at best. My experience with it was just chalky and hard to blend, and when it did blend, it blended away or it got muddy, and the shimmers were honestly worse than drugstore. And that's all we have from Point Click Vibes. So let's just go to makeup on your radar. This color story absolutely got me. But I thought this was Natasha Denona, and you might know exactly what I'm talking about. This is the Adept Cosmetics new and improved Minka palette. These are beautiful colors. I think they're very pretty, but this looks exactly like a Natasha Denona palette. I've also kind of heard like mixed reviews about Adept Cosmetics, but let me just say, I don't think this is unique in any capacity. Like, it's really pretty when you see all the colors together. There's no doubt about that, but you and I both probably have most of these colors. Like, if we're into color for makeup, we definitely have these colors already, so there is no need for that. Holo Taco David's Tea Collection. I actually had this on my wish list. I wanted 2 of the shades and the coffee mug, and it all sold out, which is fine because I wasn't going to buy it. I was like, maybe I will think about it when I need a replacement top coat, but it sold out. So none of us can have it. A Holo Taco is one of my, like, cheats, I guess. Limited edition stuff in the sales. And that was limited edition, but that's okay. I didn't need it anyway. No shade here, but I didn't know Pacifica was still making makeup. They have some stuff, and how much is this? Does it say? $17? It's not. No. This one actually caught my eye. I wish they had, like, a wider shade range. So my brow products, I typically just stick to Benefit because they have so many shades that just work better. Like, the shade range is a lot more complete for those of us who have kind of like odd eyebrow color. You don't see many drugstore brands have like a neutral eyebrow color, which is basically what I get. I get a neutral brown because my eyebrows are not warm or cool. They're just neutral. This one, like, it is cool tone, but there's like a taupe or an ash brown or something of this new Eye Studio Super Fluff Volumizing Brow Mousse Gel by Maybelline. And it's hard because there aren't usually testers for tons of stuff in the drugstore section. This looks like an interesting product, but I probably wouldn't be able to find my brow color, especially for the price of $13.99 versus what I pay for Gimme Brow. But I have to remember, and this is something you should remember too, when you have a favorite product and it works perfectly, just stop trying to replace it. Yes, the product you're using might cost a bit more, but you have to think about it in the sense of if you keep trying cheaper products and they don't become your favorite, you're spending more money than if you just bought the thing that you knew that works. So that was how I talked myself out of this. I have no idea what this brand is, but I just want to sidebar. I'm not going to talk about this brand just in general. There are too many brands. There's just too many. We start getting repetitive with the products. So the solution to that seems to be make new brands. And then, like, no offense to C Beauty or anyone who likes C Beauty or any brands, but it's like we don't need to expand into another continent's makeup. We have enough here. And we should just be consuming less stuff overall. So I assume this is, because I can't pronounce anything, I don't know if it's C Beauty or Korean Beauty, K Beauty. I don't know why I said it. I said that. It's K Beauty. C Beauty, K Beauty, all the letter beauty. We don't need it. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying that it might not replace one of your favorites, but we just don't need to bring an entire other continent's beauty products here when we're already oversaturated. What else do we got? What else do we got that is of interest to me? There's a bunch of crap that, like, I'm scrolling past because I have no interest in it and I don't want to talk about it. Maybe other people want me to talk about it. And I would do that. If you tell me in the comments that you want me to talk about everything, I can do that. But right now I'm only talking about things that I think are cool or things that I think are extra uncool. I don't think this has been shown yet, but there's a Bite palette from Gourmand Girls. This is a brand I have been interested in because they have some pretty cool stuff. Like, I have a whole list of brands that are cool. I know what my favorites are. I have plenty of makeup. I know who makes my favorite eyeshadow formulas. And I'm not opposed to trying some new stuff at other points. And I'm not shading any of these brands because I've heard that they're very good. But I truly do not need to try new brands. I just don't. I have so much stuff that I will probably never get through. And I'm only keeping stuff that is the best of the best. So it's completely unnecessary to spend my money trying stuff that has a chance of being something I don't like at all. So keep that in mind. Keep in mind, let's say you have $60. We'll go with $60 because most most makeup falls in that range. So you have $60. You could save that $60 and buy something you know you like from any part of life. Books, clothes, movie tickets, whatever. Or you could spend that $60 taking a gamble on a new formula. Really think about how you want to be spending your money and also think about what you want to do with your space. Like, I have a specific set space back here for my eyeshadow palettes, and I have specific set space here for the rest of my beauty. If anything, I would like to get rid of a little more stuff, which is why I'm doing the Project Pan things that I'm doing. So think about that. Do you want to outgrow your space? Or maybe you already don't fit into your space, right? So think about, 1, how you want to spend your money, 2, how you want to allocate your space, because we have this problem where we think we just need more space. We need more space. We need more space. And a couple of things. 1, you're probably just not organized very well. And 2, Doodle, please stop. And 2, you just have too much crap. I think there are literally more storage units than McDonald's at this point. So think about that. But that was a long-winded rant to say that this Gourmand Girls palette is probably going to be very pretty, but none of us need it. We don't need it. We probably have the colors that are in it already. Oh, these were very tempting. And I can't say fully that I won't try them. So I think I mentioned in a previous video that I wanted to make another Clional Cosmetics order, but there was the post strike and I didn't want to mess with that. So potentially as part of a birthday gift, like I know what I want my main gift to be. I might make a Clional order because they usually have a sale at my birthday, or I might make a Black Friday order. One thing or another, I'm probably going to buy Clional this year. I haven't tried their nail polishes, and I don't know if these are limited edition, but they have some new magnetics, and they look really cool. Alright, let's see what's next. We seem to be entering the end of things that I find interesting. This one actually kind of makes me mad. So there's Ellis Brooklyn body and hair fragrance mist that is called Marshmallows, and it sounds delightful, right? Warm and spicy, sweet gourmand, marshmallow, caramel, milky musk. It is $48 for a body mist. Get out of here. Body mists don't last that long. The only one I have that actually lasts is the Fleur Vanilla Skin. It lasts like a perfume. I don't know what they do to that. Very impressive. But I could guarantee this doesn't last that long. Because again, I've tried lots of body mists and the only one that lasts is that. Not even the other Fleur ones last that long. It's just something specific about that one. So this one just like made me mad. And speaking of made me mad, there's a new version of Angel Share, which is one of my favorite fragrances. It is for the winter. They have one that is now like a raspberry accord. It only comes in one size and it is $400. Fuck off. Fuck you. No. If I could smell it somewhere, I probably would, but absurd. Literally, I'm scrolling and scrolling and scrolling, and there's just like nothing worth talking about. Okay, this, we haven't seen it yet. The Cosmic Brushes, the Lovers palette. This brand, I have wanted every single thing they have released, especially the blue palette, and I have resisted because it's international, and my local post office sucks eggs, and so I try not to order too much stuff international because it can just get like kind of funny. I mean, I've ordered from Odin's Eye, so this is probably fine. Also, I had a false memory that they were very expensive, but they are not very expensive. They're very reasonably priced. I just don't need eyeshadow, or I would be very tempted. The packaging on this is beautiful. The color stories of everything they release is beautiful, but I don't need it. We need to learn to admire things for their beauty without needing to have them. I can admire that everything that Cosmic Brushes makes is beautiful, and I would love to put it on my eyes, but I have plenty of beautiful things to put on my eyes. So I will just admire this from afar. Okay, there's nothing else I want to talk about except there's a Le Labo, I think it's eucalyptus scent that I want to smell. I love the smell of eucalyptus. I don't know if I like this fragrance, but if you are a veteran of this channel, you know that basically once a year I'm sniffing something new from Le Labo. They have a chokehold on me. Do I only end up liking like 3 of their fragrances? Yes, but I am in a committed relationship with sampling everything they have to offer. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know how you feel about new releases, how you're feeling about makeup, and how you are going to, or how you are resisting the urge to just shop things because they're pretty. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. And I will see you guys next time.